All right, let's run through another chemistry question. This one says, what is the hybridization state of the nitrogen atom in the molecule NH3? Explain your answer. All right, so looking at this molecule, we're going to have 3 H's on an end, basically, right? So hydrogens are almost always going to branch off a central atom. And your initial instinct might be to kind of draw this like this, with evenly spaced hydrogens. But there's a couple of different things we have to consider when thinking about hybridization states. So take a look at this diagram and take a look at all the different hybridization states that we could have and all the different shapes that these molecules could take. So you'll notice that lone pairs are a big consideration. So we have to consider how many electrons each one of these atoms has and how that's going to affect what's going on here. So hydrogen has 1 electron. So it's always going to be creating single bonds because it wants to offer 1 electron into the bond, and then the other molecule has to provide the other electron, and that's how hydrogens are bonding. But nitrogen has 5 electrons, and in the picture I just drew, we've only got 3 bonds. So only 3 of nitrogen's electrons are tied up in these bonds. So we're going to have 2 electrons kind of floating around, right? There's a lone pair involved in this. So in actuality, what happens here is that the nitrogen is in the center, but then the lone pair is going to kind of float up top, and the hydrogens are going to come out the sides. And typically we denote this 3-dimensionality with these types of shapes. So there's a hydrogen over here, and then in the back, if you can picture this, we've got a hydrogen back there. And if we look back at our chart here, we've got 3 bonds off our central atom with a lone pair, so that hybridization shape is pyramidal.